What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So we got the transmission back from my guy Jason. I had to drive all the way down to him. It took me about an hour and 30 minutes. I didn't record none of that because I was too tired and it was like 8 in the morning. So I just wanted to get over with before I went to work. So we went down there, went to work afterwards. Now I'm off, so we're gonna start working on it. Since we're going with a hydro transmission, we're gonna have to put all the hydro components in the CRX, which I already have over here. This is the Hush Performance V3 cable to hydro. You got everything that you need, all the lines, your reservoir, and your what's this called? Let me see. Your master. You feel me? And then you got your bracket that goes on the pedal. So I'm gonna go take out the dash real quick. It's fairly easy. I only have 2 bolts holding it down anyways. And then take out the foot pedal so we can start installing all these parts. This will be a 2-day process because I won't have time to put the transmission back in the car. So we're gonna try to get everything done with the pedals and all that so we can just do the rest tomorrow. So I'm gonna start by taking out this cluster. Damn, this screwdriver is pretty long, bruh. Okay, cool, it's out. Come on. There you go. There you go. Now I'm gonna unclip everything real quick. There you go. Alright, damn. Took the freaking clip. So now I have 2 bolts that's holding it. One on that side and one on the other side. So I'm gonna take those out real quick and then I should be able to pull the whole dash off. So the dash is just chilling up there, man. Hopefully it doesn't fall, but it literally took me like 2 to 3 minutes to take out. It was getting held by 1 bolt here, 1 there, and 1 up top. And I'm surprised that it's pretty sturdy, so we're gonna keep it like that. But we took off the 4 bolts that's holding the steering column up and 1 up here. I'm gonna take out the throttle cable real quick and the clutch cable, and there's gonna be 4 more bolts that's holding up the foot pedal assembly. And once we take that out, we're gonna put it to the table and then start putting things together. So my throttle cable is out already, so we should be good here. I'm gonna loosen up my intake pipe real quick and just point this up so we can see the clutch cable. Now we're gonna loosen it all the way out, and then try, if I could do it, go do this pretty much. There you go, boom. So now bring this up, down, there you go. So now the clutch cable is out. Let's go and disconnect that from the foot pedal real quick. And it should be easy, bruh. I'm gonna probably have to put you guys down. There you go. Throttle's out. Let's see. See if I can go from the top. Boom. Cable is out. Now we're gonna take off the 4 bolts that's holding the foot pedal up. Let's see if we can squeeze through. And now I should have it right here. Come over here. Bam! That took a while, but we finally got the foot pedal assembly out. Bam! Now, bring it up here, move things aside real quick. So I clean up my table a little bit. So now we got the foot pedal assembly right here. So we're gonna take off 2 14mm bolts, which are right here. One on top and one on this right here. And then I'm probably gonna take off the spring because I don't think we need it. So let me just take that out real quick. Bam. So I'm just gonna put this aside just in case we do need it. So they're 14 millimeters, and I believe that's 14 right here too. So we're gonna take this out right here. So one is out to the side. Now take this other side off. Oh wow, that shit was loose. Weird. You take your bracket and it should fit in like this. Cool. Now we're gonna put this right here, one on top. We're gonna leave the bracket loose, and then we're gonna have to drill a 5/16 hole just at the bottom of where the old clutch cable used to go for this bad boy. So now you're gonna have to slide this in. Should go in one way. Now take this, slide that in. Take this, same thing, washer, and then your nut. We take this out right here. With all the washers, and somewhat push that in a little bit. So you take two washers, move this aside, slide the bolt in, and then put your heim joint in here. So you have to push this in a little bit. Ooh, look at that. All right. Gonna look at the instruction real quick and see what I'm gonna do next. So I'll be back. So I'm having a little bit of issues with this foot pedal assembly, bruh. Every time I push the freaking clutch in, it doesn't want to retract back. And after reading the freaking instruction, it says 89 to 91, and my freaking CRX is an 88. So I think the foot pedal assemblies are different from 88 to 89. I don't know, but luckily I have my EF hatch sitting over there, so I'm probably gonna have to use the one on my EF, just transfer all these bracket and drill the same exact hole onto the one on my EF, because I don't want to use this and end up pulling it out again, because that's gonna be a lot of work. So I'm just gonna do that, but I have to go, so I'm gonna continue this tomorrow. So it's the next day, man, and we're back at it again. I took off the foot pedal assembly from my hatch, and we installed the bracket, the wheel wood, and everything is smooth, bruh. Look at this, look at this. The clutch retracts back, and it goes all the way in. So I'm guessing that this EFV3 kit will not work for the older model foot pedal assembly, which I have right here. They look exactly alike, but the main difference is this has like the clutch neutral switch or something. So when you press the clutch in, you can start the car. But with this, it doesn't have that, so you can just start the car without pressing the clutch. We're gonna put this back in the car right now, and then we're gonna start running all like the hose that came with it, and drilling some holes in the firewall. So let's get going, and then once we're done with that, we're gonna start taking apart the transmission and prepping the new one to go in. Come check this out, man. So the pedal assembly is back in, all snug and tight, and above the clutch there's the Wheelwood Master, and I just installed the line with the banjo. Now it's over there. Now I'm gonna go and figure out where I'm gonna drill a hole for this bulkhead fitting. So one end will connect to the hose right there, and then once it's bolted down, we're gonna install the other hose, which is right here. Connect to this, so like that. Y'all get the point. And then this end right here will connect to my clutch slave cylinder. That's where I decided to drill right there. I don't know if y'all can see it. It's just above my gas pedal, but it's not going to be in the way when I'm driving, so that's a good spot. I'm now going to tighten up the banjo and this other fitting right here. Well, except for this one actually. We're gonna go and install the little reservoir right here. Bring this line straight through the old hole and just push in, keep pushing in, and it should start popping out over here. There you go, you see that? So now I'm gonna drill a hole probably around here, like that. Make it more a little clean, but like right there, something like that. It looks pretty clean, and it looks factory. So I'm gonna drill a hole real quick, install this, and then install the other hose to that little fitting, and then start pulling the transmission. So the transmission is ready to come out. I just took off the shift linkage, the axles, what else, the header, because I needed space to take out like that bolt that was holding the shift linkage up. So now I'm gonna go get a little wooden block and place it under the motor itself, and then jack it up a little bit so we can take this bad boy out. Jack stand right there. Bam. T-bracket is out. Drop it down a little bit. Bam. Mount is out. Tranny should be ready to come out. Transmission is out. Lift this up real quick. Drop it. Drop it. Boom. Then we're gonna drag this bad boy out. Yes sir. Yes sir. Check it out. Boom. Out. I gotta take the clutch, the flywheel. No, not the flywheel, just the clutch. So let's start taking out these flywheel bolts real quick. Cool. This one over here. Whoa, 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 buddy. Bam. Clutch is out. Examine the flywheel. Still looks pretty clean. No marks on them. So this is the clutch that we are going with. Comp clutch stage 3, brand new. I found this deal on Facebook Market, and I couldn't pass it up because it was way too good of a price, man. So luckily I scooped it up, and I saved a whole bunch of money plus shipping, if anything. But I've never used comp clutch before. I've always used like eBay. This is actually my first action clutch, and I'm very surprised on how that performs. It grabs so quick. The only downside to that was clutch chatter was a bitch. But I'm really excited to use this, man. So I'm gonna prep the, what is it called, flywheel, like clean it up and stuff with some alcohol, like carb cleaner, and then we get to install this newly fresh transmission, baby. LSD. Come check this out, bruh. The clutch is finally in and I am super stoked, bruh. All the bolts are torqued down to specs. I did 10 pounds, 14 pounds in the last pass at 19, so we can take this thing off and put it aside. But I have to go run some errands real quick with my girl, and hopefully it don't take too long and we can knock this out. But if not, we're gonna come back here tomorrow. But we already got all the stuff that we need except for one thing. We got the synchro mesh and the dot 3 for the reservoir for my clutch. I think I'm missing grease for the like release bearing, because you don't want to run this dry. You're gonna have problems if you do. So hopefully I'll be back in time, but if not, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. So we got home pretty late last night and I was super tired to work on the car, so I called it quits and went to bed. But here we are now, the next day. We already put grease behind the bearings and the fork, so it's sliding smoothly. Yes, sir. And I also drilled the T-bracket because the 2 holes in the back of the transmissions are bigger than the cable one. So we're gonna slap this on right now. I still don't have those 2 bolts for the T-bracket, but once we do find it, the transmission is already in the car anyways, and then we're just gonna have to torque it down. So let's get this over with real quick, and so we can move on to other things like filling up the reservoir, cleaning up the engine bay a little bit, and also cleaning up this whole wiring mess. Bam! Yes, sir. The transmission is finally in and this thing looks clean. This was an easy job, bro. I did not struggle as much as I did with the cable transmission when I did the swap. This took me like 5 minutes, bro. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, and it was pretty quick. But I already put the T-bracket on, the half shaft, and my shift linkage, so I just have to worry about like the headers, the axles, the what is this called? Slave cylinder. And after that, we should be able to move on to the other things that we need to do. So stay along, because we're pretty much almost done. So this is what I'm currently doing, putting all the plugs back and, you know, bolting up the starter. I also took out the end of the engine harness that was sitting over here, and it's currently back there with the starter wire. They're all routed to the back and it's all good. I'm pretty much doing just the axles right now. I already did the passenger side. Now after that, we're gonna do the headers, put some fluid in the tranny, and then start bleeding the system afterwards. I'm gonna do this by myself, but if I can't do it, I'm gonna have to call a buddy to come help me out, because bleeding anything yourself is hella hard if you don't have the proper tools, which I don't. But I'm gonna, you know, make something and make it work. I'm excited because we're so close to finishing, bro. So I'm gonna knock out the rest real quick, and then we gonna bleed the system, add the fluids, and hopefully we can start the car. Both axles are in. Bam. Also got fluid in the transmission and fluid in the reservoir. I tried to bleed it myself, but it was way too difficult, bro. I haven't found this little vacuum pump kit, but it does not work. So I hopped on the web, and come to find out, the easiest way to do it is get a pneumatic bleeder. So which I'm about to do. I'm about to go to Harbor Freight real quick, buy one, and hopefully that will help me out and get this car started. I just put back the headers real quick, just, you know, just for me to see how it looks with everything inside. And man, it looks pretty clean. A lot of the wires are gone, especially that big cable that was sitting here. Whew, thank God that's out. But I'm gonna go to Harbor Freight real quick and get this little part that we need, and hopefully we can get this car started. All right, get my hose real quick. So we're pretty much done. There's a whole bunch of fluid in this, and my pedal seems to be working fine. Let me, short kings, boom, all the way up. It's not as heavy as my cable transmission. It feels like a hydro car. It feels like I'm in an EG or something. But I'm gonna put the headers back on real quick and the exhaust, and I'm gonna try to start it and go through all the gears, and hopefully it goes into gears. Cross my fingers. So it's been about like 5 minutes since I started the car. It should be warm now, so I'm gonna go through all the gears to see if it works. Pretty smooth. That's first gear. Second gear. Third gear. Fourth gear. Look, I can tell by it's spinning right there. You see that? He goes through all the gears, man. Slap my back. Sheesh. So this installation came out hella nice, bro. I'm super pumped. Now I got a hydro transmission with a properly working Hush Performance cable to hydro conversion. I'm a happy ass kid, you feel me? But yeah, man, this whole thing took about 2 days. I know I had to get out and do some stuff, but we're finished now, and I'm just hella happy, and I'm excited to go racing, bro. That's the main purpose of this swap. I've said it in the past videos before, and finally I bit the bullet and went hydro. But I think I'm gonna end the video right here, man. And before I go though, I gotta show you guys something. Ooh, y'all gonna be pumped for this one, bro. So I don't only work on Hondas. I don't. I have an El Camino that I recently put back together, new motor, new transmission, etc. But when things arise and it's a good ass deal, I like to hear it, you know? So my homeboy hit me up saying he has something for me. The next day, I went to go grab it. Y'all ready for this? A motherfucking El Camino, baby. We got another one. We got another one, baby. It's an 85. Clean body, no rust. Paint is kind of bad, but shit, I'd rather deal with that full interior is just falling apart. But look at that thing, man. Sheesh. So that's it for today, man. We're gonna have more content with this El Camino and my other El Camino. So if you guys enjoyed this video, man, don't forget to hit that like button. If you guys want to stick around and see more of his current project and the future projects, hit that subscribe button. But on that note, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.